Welcome to NBA Top Shot Weekly. I am Alex Kennedy. He is Oliver Maroney. And we have a special episode today because it is NBA Top Shot's 1-year birthday, 1-year anniversary of launching. It's pretty amazing to see, where we've come in a year. Now, Oliver, I know you weren't on, this time last October. I think when did you join? January is when
I
you
think it
started
was
talking?
late December, I think. Late
Okay, I was
December.
February, so I was
Yeah.
a bit further behind. But yeah, I mean, to see where they're at in a year, what are your thoughts on kind of the progress that we've seen and kind of how many fans they've reached and just where the NFT community as a whole has grown in the
Yeah.
past year?
I mean, it's crazy. I think back to like a year ago, I had no idea what NFTs were. I had no idea what like the idea behind this was. I thought, like everyone, why would I buy a highlight? Like, what's the point? What's the, and then you put pieces together and you start opening the packs and then you get this addiction to it. And obviously we've seen what NFTs have done. And I think that's what's really, really opened everyone's eyes to actual NFTs is Top Shot. I mean, I'd say 60 to 70% of the Top Shot user base that I talk to say that they got into NFTs because of Top Shot. So the impact that this has had on NFTs, cryptocurrency, Ethereum, everything just from the top down is pretty remarkable. And hats off to them for being able to create a product. And not only that, like there was a lot obviously early on that was wrong. They had issues, they had problems, they had, drops weren't always accessible. I remember going in and buying like 12 or 14 or 15 packs initially. And they would do like stress tests at like midnight and people were complaining that they couldn't get on the website. And then I would be able to get 12 or vice versa. I wouldn't be able to get on the website and other people are getting 15 or 20 or whatever. But that was all part of the growing pains. And I think it's so cool just to see like how far it's come. Obviously there were some things that I think could have been better. I think there are obviously things that could have been worse. So it's super cool to see. And like you said, I mean, now they branched out. Dapper Labs is doing the La Liga stuff for soccer. They just announced yesterday the whole NFL partnership. So I just think overall it's impacted society as a whole, basketball as a whole. I think it grows the game of sports just in general. And now you add in NFL and NHL or whatever else they decide to do here. And it just seems like this is something that's going to continue to grow and improve. And as Gary Vee said, NFTs are like Web 1.0, like, your old school Amazon, your old school AOL, like like the internet boom. That's what this is right now. And I think we're probably past that point. People who were on board maybe a month, 2 months, 3 months ago may have gotten in early enough. But at this point, you're seeing the top NFTs produce really, really high numbers. And it's just cool to see. I think their impact is obviously massive and maybe greater than people even think.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And I think it's exciting when you realize just how much potential and room to grow there still is because it has only been a year. There's still tons of people out there that haven't heard of it. Like I saw the NFL, recently last night during the Thursday night football game, they were announcing the Dapper Labs collab and basically explaining, hey, these are digital highlights, it's NFTs. And I just saw people on Twitter that were just so confused by it still, and they didn't know what it was. So I think, people that are watching this show have been in on NFTs and have been collecting Top Shot. There's a lot of diehard collectors that watch the show, and we've been doing this for a while now. But there's still so many people out there, and as it gets more mainstream, I think the NFL news is huge, and we'll talk about that in a second here in terms of making it even more mainstream. And because we talked about it, I have tons of friends that still don't really know what NBA Top Shot is, or don't even really know much about NFTs. But as more and more people hear about Top Shot, and then now the NFL Dapper Labs announcement that's coming soon, it's only going to help, I think, Top Shot and all these NFTs. So I agree with you. I know you've said this before, but so many people that found NFTs kind of came in through Top Shot, and that's how they were introduced to it. I know that's how you were introduced to it initially. So yeah, I mean, the impact has been huge. And I told you this too. Whenever I was out at Summer League in Las Vegas, they were asking all these different fans who were buying packs, is this your first pack? Is this your first time hearing about Top Shot? And so many of them were saying yes. And though if you're buying tickets to a Summer League game, you're a diehard NBA fan. So it just shows that there's still so much room to grow. There were times during this past year where clearly the company grew way quicker than I thought it would. It blew up overnight. So there were a lot of growing pains, and they've been quick to point out that they were still in beta and that they were, trying their best to manage everything. And now to see where they are after 1 year, it's pretty exciting. So I want your thoughts on the NFL Dapper Labs announcement. Again, I think it's huge in terms of becoming mainstream. I'm excited for it as a huge NFL fan. We recently did an NFL show where we did a fantasy football mock draft and everything. You and I both love football, so I'm sure I'll be collecting those a ton as well. But what are your thoughts on that news?
Yeah, I think it's great. I think the NFL stuff obviously expands the portfolio. It expands the profile, the marketing, the reach, everything. I mean, the NFL, and this is no knock on the NBA, but the NFL is just so massive in the U.S. Like, just every single person I know knows something about football. And, if you're watching every Sunday and you're picking up some of the highlights on Sunday, just like you would with fantasy football and things like that, I just think the ecosystem of the NFL is built for this sort of thing because there's so many people who put money on, either sports betting, daily fantasy, fantasy football. There's just so many people that do it. And so for me, it's like, it's such a no-brainer, first of all. And then second of all, you look at the NFL fan base and how wide this could possibly cast the net. I mean, now you're talking about all these people looking at NBA Top Shot. You're looking at the La Liga NFT stuff. You're looking at now sports cards potentially. You're now looking at all the other NFTs, whether it's OpenSea, going on and buying your own little digital art or whatever. But the biggest thing with NFTs is adoption. Once you adopt them, it just feels like it's like a natural movement to go into the actual NFT game, which is like OpenSea. And not saying Top Shot isn't NFTs. It is. It's just a very different platform from what most people utilize for NFTs on a daily basis. And so it gets those people in the door. It gets them talking about it. It gets them thinking about it. And then they start to see the value. And I think that's the most important part. When every single person in the United States knows about NFTs and knows how they're utilized and knows why they're valuable, the sky's the limit for this thing. I mean, all your Top Shot moments from S1 are going to go bananas. All your NFTs that you own in OpenSea should be, pumping. And that's not to say like profit is everything here, but I'm just saying like the more of a wide net that you cast with this sort of thing, I think the better. And this is just so streamlined with what the NFL is all about, which is making money.
Yeah, and we knew from the very start they had talked about this. People at the company, and they've been very clear they want to do NFL moments eventually and get into this. But now to actually have a timeline and know that it's here and not just something that they're talking about is down the road, that's exciting. But my question for you is this. You said that you think Series 1 moments from Top Shot are going to go through the roof, and that's going to help the NBA side. I've seen kind of a split on Top Shot Twitter recently. Some people are saying this is going to be great for the NBA. As more people get into this, they're going to also buy NBA moments, the Series 1 moments, because they're the first sports moments that you could buy. Those are going to be boosted. Other people are saying they could see this really hurting the NBA because now, people are going to sell off NBA moments to go buy NFL moments. We've talked about it. There's people that aren't even big NBA fans. They just want to get it on Top Shot, and they were doing this. If they're a bigger football fan, they might just say, oh, okay, now football's here, or now soccer's here. I can just get out of NBA altogether. How do you think this impacts the NBA Top Shot market going forward? And do you kind of see both sides of that argument?
I see both sides of the argument, but I think when when the major market dip happened with the NBA Top Shot stuff, most of the people that would have sold their moments probably sold their moments.
That's
true. The people who stayed probably stayed. There's a reason why there's so many people right now purchasing moments, buying moments, selling moments, keeping moments. I mean, part of the ecosystem is to naturally just have it flow from one to another and back and forth. And, I don't think it's an issue. I think you are going to see, like, I would say sports fans in general are also fans of basketball and football. I think football is obviously greater, and I think it brings in a demographic that we haven't had into the NFT space potentially. But I think overall this probably helps the ecosystem more than hurts it. It obviously will help Dapper Labs because every time somebody sells something or every time somebody transacts, they're getting a small percentage of that. And so, yeah, I think it's very natural that you'll see some people probably sell a few Top Shot moments to get some NFL moments, but vice versa, you're going to have people adopting NFL moments and they're going to be like, oh, I didn't even know NBA Top Shot existed.
Right.
And that's where I think the like the give and take is. Like there's going to
Yeah.
be NFL fans that are like, I like this thing. How can I get more into it? Well, go to NBA Top Shot to get the first ever. It's kind of like baseball cards. Like baseball cards it's interesting. When you look at the baseball card market, I think it's like, in my opinion, as a sports fan, I'm not a big baseball guy. So I think it's overvalued because a lot of people don't watch baseball. But for some reason, the baseball card market is so much hotter than, basketball and football in retrospect to like the viewership and stuff, because baseball was first in cards. So I think that there's going to be some of that with NBA Top Shot, where it's like NBA was the first one to do it. They have like Series 1 moments and things like that are very, very scarce. They're still going to be the most scarce moments on the marketplace, no matter it's La Liga, NFL. So to me, that's always going to be like kind of the historical perspective on Dapper Labs and the NBA Top Shot kind of world.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the number of people that are going to leave to try to sell their moments to go buy NFL ones, there's going to be just so many more that hear about this for the first time and that are also NBA fans, or people that in the past like weren't thinking, when a cool moment happens in the NBA, oh, I need to get that moment on Top Shot. But now, if they're kind of trained to do that through the NFL side of things, then I could see them, watching highlights or watching an NBA game and thinking, oh man, I got to get that. So yeah, I think it'll definitely help the marketplace more than hurt it. I was just curious because I've seen that argument. Any other thoughts on the NFL announcement or the 1 year anniversary? We have a pack to give away. I haven't mentioned that yet. So we are going to give a pack away in a moment here. So we'll open up some packs in a second. But any other thoughts on, anything else that's going on right now, Oliver, in the Top Shot world?
No, not really. I mean, the Run It backpacks with Lisa Leslie and some of those moments were really cool. I thought that drop was awesome. I think the strategy behind it was great. I was hearing the other day, that there's some debate back and forth on Twitter about the 9 Lives Lounge or the Cool Cats basically challenge. But I think, they're getting access essentially before some of the NFL or for the NFL stuff before potentially other people, which I get they're trying to make this like the be all end all for Top Shot collectors. I think it's a fine line that you run. And we talked about this months ago. Like it's just a fine line that you run where they, I think Dapper Labs initially and Top Shot kind of came out and said, no, we're not going to value sets that much. You may get airdrops, you may get certain things, but like it's not going to be like this big, huge. It's not going to be this big, huge thing where like you're getting access to things all the time and you're getting this and that. And then they kind of change their tone to like this Cool Cat set being like the marquee Soho House thing of their Top Shot stuff. And I just think for me personally, it was kind of disappointing because, me and you, we went in and got most of the Cool Cats. We were just debating whether to do the Cool Cats challenge at the end. And like the writing was basically on the wall. They're like, the utility may not be there. The utility, like they kind of teased out the fact that this may not be as big as what we initially thought. And the prices just continue to drop and drop and drop. And so it's tough when you're in that position. We dropped a bunch on that set.
Yeah.
And so I just think that's going to constantly be a debate that's brought up within the community, because I know a lot of people that are big collectors that have big collector scores that have been in Top Shot forever that decided not to do the Cool Cats stuff. And I think it was a little bit short-sighted in that regard, just in terms of the utility that they gave to Cool Cats collectors and things like that, and what they're still doing, which is like, hey, you get NFL access early, you get this. I think that rubs some people the wrong way. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think what I do like most is that Top Shot seemed to have listened in the past few months. They seem to have heard what people were asking for. And I think that they've met a lot of those expectations for a lot of people. And I think the sky's the limit on where this can possibly go now.
For sure. Just one or two more things. I've seen, some notes here. Because today is the 1 year birthday for Top Shot, their first birthday. They're giving away a bunch of packs. If you go onto, excuse me, topshot.com, you can enter. You have to just identity or do the identity check and verify your identity, and then you're entered for a chance to win a pack. But they're giving away a ton of different packs. They have common packs, they have a bunch of different things, and they also have some trivia on their Twitter account today, where I think they're giving away 150 packs, people that answer trivia questions. So definitely check out that blog post that shares everything that they're doing today as part of their birthday festivities, because there's a bunch of different ways to win packs if you don't win today's pack from us. And then they also today have the locker pack stress test at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So if you guys want a chance at some of those moments that people traded in the locker packs, definitely check that out at 3 Eastern time. So just wanted to share that. Now let's get into some packs. Oliver's got his right here.
Let's rip it.
Let's do it. And then we do have a pack to give away. So I would say enter your chat or enter your Top Shot username in the chat. I'm actually not seeing any of the comments popping up, so I might have to just do this manually on my phone here. Let's see. Enter your Top Shot username in our chat, and we'll try to. Oh, here we go. They're popping up now.
Cool.
All right. Never mind there. It was glitching for a second.
Can I get a LaMelo?
Right. Michael Carter Williams.
A little steal.
What's the
okay. 19,349 out of 40,000 is the serial number there.
All right.
Mash. I like it. All right. Mavs 271, Trey Burke. Wow, that's a good serial.
Yeah, that is. Trey Burke in headlines recently.
Headlines. Yeah, what was the headlines for? Remind me of that.
Okay,
never mind.
About not wanting to take a certain shot, and it wasn't an on-the-court shot. Yes. All right, let's see. We got a Kings dunk.
Maurice Harkless.
Mo's
a great dude, man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That is a nasty dunk, man. Wow.
He's one of my favorite
thought he was
players
gonna lay
in
it
the
up.
NBA. I got to know him when he was in Orlando, and he is awesome. I know you had him in Portland too. He's the best.
Yeah. I think we both have done interviews and things like that. And he's a great dude. Great dude. So 2 Top Shot first debut moments there. So nice. Not too shabby.
All right, so let's see. I'm tweeting out that we're giving away the pack right now just so everyone can enter. Let me fix this. And then I'll go ahead and open my pack too. Let's see.
I'm just going to let the music ride.
All right, so tweeted that out. Again, drop your username in the chat if you want a chance to enter. I'm going to go ahead and open up one more pack here, and then we will have the giveaway pack. So let's do that now. All right. Oh, I should have had this ready. It's being slow on me. Can you see that, Oliver?
I can. You're a Hornets fan now. Wow.
So funny story about that. I was trying to see if there was like some kind of algorithm or something. That was my way to try to get a LaMelo Ball moment. It was my little cheat code. It has not worked. I can inform everyone that it does not help you get a LaMelo moment, but that was my thought process there.
Come on. I just want to see one LaMelo Ball moment.
We've never pulled LaMelo on the show. Semi. 4,263 out of 12,000. Now, did one of the giveaway packs that we had have a LaMelo in it? Or
no?
We've had tons of LeBron, no LaMelo.
Had a LaMelo.
Well, we'll see if today's the day that streak ends. Pistons dunk. Frank Jackson, 10,235 out of 12,000. So again, this is not the pack that we're giving away. Drop your Top Shot username in the chat right now, and we'll pick a winner in a second. And then we're going to open up a pack here in a second, and that will be your pack that you win. So drop that username in the chat. We got a Joe Harris dunk.
Got me a little excited there.
I know. That I always feel bad for those guys that are on like a team with a superstar, and everyone gets bummed when they see their moment. But 18,565 out of 40,000. All right, so drop those usernames in the chat. Oliver, you want to randomly pick one?
Mike_bids. You're our winner.
Hey, there you go, Mike. All right, let's see what Mike gets. Let's see what's in his pack. Oh, dude, I'm doing this the hard way. All right, Mike, this is your pack.
Mike, I am really hoping you get a LaMelo out of this.
That would be so cool.
I just want to see the debut LaMelo pack pull.
Where should I go, Oliver? Left or right?
I don't. Left. All the way left. Let's see. Oh, no way. I thought
that would have been so cool.
I called that. Boy, that would have been good.
Again,
Okay.
Brad Wanamaker. I feel for the guy. Everyone
Good
has
pass.
that reaction when they see his moment.
Nice
They're
pass.
excited for a split second and then they're bummed. Sorry,
Yeah.
Brad. 10,775 out of 12,000. All right, let's see what else we got here. Let's go right.
And Brad, these will be sent to you in 7 days.
Yeah. So we always send them over 7 days later. Mikey, you'll get them in 7 days.
Oh,
Bam, out of bio.
nasty poster on Sabonis.
That's a great moment right there.
Oh, man, that's nasty.
17,273 out of 40,000. He's so good.
He is very good.
Very well rounded too. Just so dominant on both ends. I'm excited for Miami this year. They're gonna be fun to watch. Spurs 3-pointer, DeJounte Murray. At least you got, if you're gonna get a pack, at least you got Murray and Bam, two really good players.
Potential all-stars this year, I think. I mean, obviously Bam, he's been there, but DeJounte, I think he has a chance this year.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to put up numbers in San Antonio. It's just a matter of, that Spurs team is really weird. Like, they're for the first time ever, really, they have just a bunch of young guys, and I don't think they're like in win now mode. I could see them trading Thaddeus Young, and I'm just not sure what the Spurs are going to be doing this year. So I think it'll be tough if they're near the bottom of the standings, but he should put up good numbers, and I'm a big fan of his game. And then Bam, I think he could really break out, just take that next step in his development, once again. But yeah, so DeJounte 17,094 out of 40,000. So congrats, Mikey. We'll send you that these moments in 7 days. And then just so you guys know, we give away a pack every single week on this show. So definitely check back with us next week. You might have a chance to win. And if you didn't win our pack giveaway here, head over to topshot.com, check out their blog post. They have a bunch of packs they're giving away today. And they're also doing that locker pack stress test at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So you'll have a chance to win a pack there too.
Check it out.
Yep. Anything else, Oliver, you want to add in?
Anything else I want to add in? Good luck to my Bears this weekend. Good luck to Justin Fields. Hopefully he starts. What else? Who do the Bucks play this week?
Wow. We played the Patriots. A Tom Brady reunion against
Let's
Bill
go.
Belichick.
Mac Jones, throw for 6 or 7 touchdowns against the Bucks and just like obliterate the Bucks in front of Brady. That would be hilarious.
I am really excited for this game, though. It should be a lot of fun. I love that the advertisements for it, like on NBC, have the Adele like "Hello" song playing over it. They're just so dramatic. But it should be fun either way. Like watching not only Brady, but I hope Gronk is okay. I know he had the rib injury and hasn't practiced. I'm sure he'll be out there, knowing that he's gonna want to have a revenge game too. But that should be a lot of fun. I'm excited for some football this weekend. But yeah, everyone, thanks for hanging out with us. Again, we give away packs every single week, so check back with us. Happy birthday to Top Shot. We're excited about everything that's ahead. It's been a great first year, and thanks everyone for hanging out with us. Until next time, take care.